My name is Bob Freyer. By night, I am an artist. By day, I play with computers. That's about it. Three things that I enjoy would definitely be spending time with my daughter, spending time with my wife, and painting. I paint almost anything. I capture a lot of photos that I find intriguing and manipulate them into my vision on how I see things. I do a lot of hip hop art, so that's something that I'm really into. That whole lifestyle, culture, and just mindset. Actually moving into a way of my art where I'm using myself as the subject matter. I'm creating my own source material. If I'm doing some type of fan art or something like that, I do find photos and I get them to the point where it's someone else's photo, but it's still my vision and the way that I see it. Once I get that, I get it put on the canvas and I paint it. That's a good question. Something strange and odd. I have a fear of Beaker, the Muppet. I don't like him. I think he's an asshole. From the time I was a kid, I've never liked him. Even to this day, when I see an image of him or an animated cartoon or something, I still get the heebie-jeebies. The scientist, what's his name, Dr. Benson, he doesn't bother me. It's that yeah, it's something about him. I don't like him. Well, they keep bringing him back, and that's a frustrating part for me. Maybe displaying my art publicly. It's always very nerve-wracking because what you put into it, someone takes something away from it differently. All opinion-based. The reaction is never the same. I didn't think people would actually like what I was doing, but it was my way of expressing. The first time I actually did it, I was happy with the turnout, and I wouldn't say it was necessarily crazy or courageous, but it was something that I wanted to try that was completely out of the ordinary. Something that I've done that was something that I'm proud of. I actually had a painting where it was a gorilla, a really big gorilla, standing in front of a little girl, and she's holding a banana behind her back, just black, and the only thing that was color was the banana. The title of it was The Friendly Beast. My way of looking at it was children are the best judge of characters. They're going to trust you if they feel that trust, or like you if they feel something good about you. Probably 4 or 5 people asked me what the sexual connotation of that painting was, and it kind of blows my mind away because it's like, well, what are you thinking? Nothing sexual. I think if she was holding maybe a balloon, it would be different, but just because it's a banana, people take it to a place where that's actually disturbing to me, that somebody would question to see if there's any type of sexual connotation with a painting with a child holding a banana. I am an artist, I'm a husband, I'm a father. She's almost 5 months old. Yeah, she's a newbie. I've shown her some of my pieces that I have hanging up. And she just wants to touch them and I have to pull her hand away. Really what her and I do is we listen to music. I like to expose her to a lot of different styles of music. It seems like she really takes to the beats and stuff like that. It's nice seeing her smile and move, almost like dancing to the music that I like. I'm anxious to expose her to that and see how she grows as a person and see what she likes as well. It's very scary. We try not watching a lot of TV because the TV is just filled with nothing but hate, sadness, and I think frustration with everything that's going on. I'm not going to shout her because eventually she'll see what's going on. I'll never cover her ears. I will let her hear the things that people don't want her to hear. I do want her to be her own person and have a sense of being an individual and going on good morals and ethics, and that's something that I want to put into her. I don't like talking bad in front of her or cursing right now. I know that she doesn't understand that. Eventually, there's going to come a time she's going to repeat the F word and I'm going to laugh. The biggest thing for me is what I feel is a huge issue is racism. I stand behind this fully. Like, I don't care who she falls in love with. I don't care who she's friends with, as long as she's happy and they're good to her. Whatever orientation she decides or that she's born like, that's fine with me. As long as she's smiling, I'm happy. That's all I care about. Saxophone. I've always enjoyed that jazz sound, the shape of the saxophone, the sound of it. It's a beautiful instrument. I actually used to play it. I was horrible at it. I didn't give enough time to practice, and I just wanted to have a saxophone, so I just think it's a beautiful instrument. It takes me back to jazz, how you can put jazz music to any other genre. It's going to work out. Hip-hop, rock, country, as much as I don't like country music, it could blend and mold into any musical situation. I like to look at the sky. The clouds sometimes make their own pictures, and then through the different depths of it and the structures of it, you can find faces. If your imagination is going, you could pull anything out of it. I enjoy looking up at the sky a lot. It helps clear my mind and let my imagination go. I like to look at a blank canvas, because then I can start visualizing some type of thought or idea and start seeing it in my mind, how it's going on, how it can be done from start to finish. It's almost like a time lapse in my head on how something's going. Third thing that I like to look at, I don't know. That's an odd question. That's a good question. Actually, probably a Star Wars figure, because I have a lot of memories of my childhood. It takes me back to a whole different time, spending time with my dad. It has a lot of personal memories and stuff that I have of my parents. Maybe Yoda. I had big ears as a baby. I don't think I got hair till I was maybe 4, and my dad used to call me Yoda. So maybe a Yoda Star Wars figure. At times I probably was green, very intrigued by things. Paint, slime, all kinds of stuff. So there was probably a time I got involved in some green paint. Top 3 sounds. Probably like a drum. Just like someone just hitting that drum. I enjoy that. I also enjoy the sound that when a horse is walking, their shoes make on the ground. I enjoy that. I don't know. A third sound? I do enjoy the sound when someone's shoveling like a driveway of snow or it's scraping. I do enjoy that. Top 3 smells. I'm going to say cinnamon. I love the smell of cinnamon. It's comforting. It's delicious. It just makes me smile. I love cinnamon. Vanilla, and can't describe the smell. I don't know what it is, but my wife is a hairdresser, and she's almost like half the size I am. When I put my head down or talk to her, her hair's like right at my nose. And from the time that we've been together dating, I've always loved the smell of her hair. I don't know if it's all the different fumes or what that's going on in the salon that she works at, but there's something about that. I don't know, it's always put a smile on my face. I don't know. That's about it. Just grab her head and I'm just like... Top 3 tastes. Taco. I love tacos. I love the way it tastes, from the corn tortilla to whatever meat is on the inside, the cheese and the hot sauce. I love tacos. I love them. Another taste that I like is snickerdoodle cookies. It's the sugar and cinnamon. I just love them. And peanut butter. I'm a fan of the peanut butter. Fleece, Velcro. Fleece, Velcro. I'm trying to think what else. Mud. I used to like playing in that as a kid. The crazy thing is, I've always had a problem. I couldn't stand having my hands dirty or sticky. It was like after I was done playing in the mud, I had to go wash my hands. Out of all things, like I didn't care if my face was dirty or what, like I just couldn't, I can't stand my hands being dirty or sticky, so it's kind of weird that, because mud, it's like, I don't know, it reminds me of wet clay and stuff like that. I got a little OCD in me. I still have some phobias that I can't get over, and I never will. Traveling. I would definitely be doing art full time. And probably just spending as much time with my family as possible. Well, I got 2 answers for that. If I could connect with someone and have a conversation with them that's alive, it would definitely be Jeremy Fish. He's an amazing artist. I love his artwork. I have it tattooed on me. I actually own an original piece of his at my house. My office is filled with prints of his skateboards that he's done. Love how he takes on all different kinds of projects that are unusual. He's worked with Adobe, Snoop Dogg, Aesop Rock. He's actually done stuff for local bars. I read in the beginning where he would trade art for like food. He actually owns a piece of my artwork. To me, is a huge inspiration. If I could have a chance to speak with someone that's passed, it would definitely be my father. I'd like to hear what he has to say about what I'm doing now. Maybe yell at me for a few things. I miss the conversations that him and I've had, the way we used to banter and pick on each other. Really hear his voice again and stuff like that. Why do you do what you do? It helps me get out my frustrations, my anger, type of depression or something like that that I have. It helps me get that out and actually helps me escape from reality. During the time that I'm painting and stuff, I'm not worrying about bills, what's going on outside in the world, what new albums coming out, if we're going to be under attack by ISIS or whatever. It's me just getting out anything that happened during that day, a frustration time at work or something. I lose myself in the moment, just keep going. And once that happens, I'm very relaxed. It's very therapeutic for me. And instead of paying whatever a shrink will cost, it's my way of spending that money on paint, putting myself on the couch and go with that myself instead of having some guy saying, how does this make you feel? Yeah, I always see the end project as I'm starting to think about it. And I start seeing like a time lapse. I see me painting and doing the background, doing the stencils, or doing the freehand parts and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden it's like I see the end piece and then I just start grabbing all my supplies and I throw them all right there and I just start going. I move fast. I move real fast. I don't like being still. I always have music playing while I'm doing it, especially if I'm doing some fan art or a piece that is inspired by a specific musician or something like that. I always have them playing. I did a Beastie Boys piece. As I was doing the illustration, the cutting, and the painting and stuff, I probably listened to License to Ill 5 to 6 times in a row. Get me in that 1986 mindset. That's how I roll. Tomorrow's not promised. Each day you wake up is definitely a success. I just think the world is mean and very disturbing. Every little bit that you can hold on to and appreciate is better. Anything can happen. Recent events in my life and people around me, I just know that tomorrow is not promised. I live how I want. I say things very blunt, and I'm learning to let the people that I know and care about, that I do care about them in one way or another. I just think the world's crazy, and I could leave here today, be in a car accident. And the last words that anyone would know is going to be on this. I hope that's not it either, but I mean, it's whoever you believe in, our timer ends, one way or another. Whatever's the plan for me is what it is. If I'm going to die in 15 minutes from now, do I know that I'm going to die? I'm calling them. I'm going to throw every bit of advice that I can to my daughter and tell her how much she means to me. Same with my wife. I actually have a letter that's already written to my daughter from a few weeks before she was born, before I knew I was having a daughter. Some things about me and the way that I felt about becoming a father and explaining about my dad. She's going to get that when she's either 16 or 18. I don't want to say journal, but it's going to be a letter filled with thoughts and stuff and throughout the years that she grows up. Disappear.